Hello everyone and welcome to another module on S Skills channel with Sharif. Today we'll talk about a very interesting module and I'm sure think something like this is what you can really need it. A lot we're going to talk about today is business communication. Business communication is critical in enhancing employee efficiency. Different plans and policies, essential issues, organizational goals and so on are described to employee through communication, which improves their knowledge and makes them more efficient in performing their responsibilities. This module is going to talk about details in business communication. Well, on the agenda today, we'll talk about what is communication, what is business communication, types of business communications, methods of business communications, important business etiquettes, organizing the different parts of an email, sending effective messages, font and tones of the messages, responding to messages. What is communication? Communication is a process that involves sending and receiving messages through the verbal and non-verbal methods. Communication is a two-way means of communicating information in the forms of thoughts, opinions, and ideas between two or more individuals with the purpose of building and understanding. Newman and Summer Jr. stated that communication is an exchange of facts, ideas, opinions, or emotions by two or more persons. What is business communication? Professor J. Hasty stated that when communication occurs between two or more business people for effective organization and administration of business, it is considered business communication. The sharing of information between people within an enterprise that is performed for the commercial benefit of the organization. In addition, business communication can also refer to how a company shared information to promote its product or services to potential consumers. Communication needs to be effective in business. Types of business communication. Internal communication. Communication within an organization is called internal communication. It includes all communication within a specific organization. Effective internal business communication can boost employee job satisfaction, productivity, and efficiency while minimizing grievances and boosting revenues. Some of internal communication, like that upward communication. Upward communication is the flow of information from subordinates to superiors or from employees to management. Downward communication. Downward communication generally provides enabling information which allows a subordinate to do something. Horizontal or lateral communication. Horizontal communication normally involves coordinating information and allows people with the same or similar rank in an organization to cooperate or collaborate. External communication. External business communication refers to interaction with people outside of the organization. So, these people can be clients, stakeholders, suppliers, patrons, regulatory organizations, etc. Email ads, brochures, newsletters, content marketing, and other forms of external communication are common. Supervisors communicate with sources outside the organization, such as vendors and customers. Here is a communication flow in an organization. So, previously I described about the upward, downward, lateral communication. Methods of business communication. Web-based communication for better and improved communication anytime, anywhere. Video conferencing, which allow people in different locations to hold interactive meetings. Email, which provide an instantaneous medium of written communication worldwide. reports important in documenting the activities of any department. Presentations, very popular method of communication in all types of organizations. Telephone meeting, which allow for long distance speech. Forum boards, which allow people to instantly post information at a centralized location. And face-to-face meeting, which are personal and should be succeeded by a written follow-up. Roles of business communication. Top to bottom. Top to bottom communication is an organizational communication approach in which information flows from senior management. Peer to peer. A lot of our daily work depends on having a good connection with our co-workers. Yes, having a good relationship with our boss is crucial, but some of us may go days without speaking to them. Being able to successfully interact with our colleagues assists us in getting our duties done by answering questions, exchanging information, and providing feedback. Bottom to top. It is an organizational communication strategy in which information is disseminated throughout the corporation from lower level manager and team members. While bottom-up communication is not as prevalent as top-down communication, it can be incredibly effective. There is a process model of communication. So the communication medium, phone, email, in-person, instant messages. The message encoded by sender and also decoded by receiver. 7 C's of communication. Whether you are sending emails, giving presentations, conducting webinars, or pitching to clients, in essence, you are communicating with others. Can you always do so effectively? Though, here is where the 7 C's of effective communication come into play. To develop good communication skill, we need to know the 7 C's of clear communication. These 7 C's are a list of principles, the best practices you should follow consistently to make yourself effective as a business professional or employees. When building employee relations or negotiation with potential clients, communicating effectively is vital to solve problems, overcome differences of any sort, building relationship, increase productivity, encourage and support your colleagues or your employees. To ensure your message is delivered properly and effectively, you can use the 7 C's of communication as a checklist. Now we explore the 7 C's and how you can adhere to those to improve your communication skills. Conciseness. First, you should try to get to the point of your message in as few words as possible instead of beating about the bush. Follow these rules to be concise. Use action verbs. Remove unnecessary or excessive words or phrases. Highlight the key points of your message. Avoid repetitive points or sentences. Clarity. When you are able to transfer your thoughts and opinions into the recipient's mind, you will know effective communication has served its purpose. For example, there must be clarity in your communication with your employees so they understand the company's new complex procedure. If you know what you are talking about, your audience will get your key message too. To improve clarity, we should follow these rules. Know what you want to say and how to say it. Explain one idea at a time to avoid confusion. Use active voice. Utilize language that can be easily understood. Do not include unnecessary information. Avoid using unprofessional language. Courtesy. You should try to comprehend the audience mentality and feelings toward your message. In case of difference of opinion among communicating people or organizations, try to look at the matter from different perspectives. Some key points to consider for sending a courteous message. Maintain a friendly and neutral tone. Avoid jumping to conclusions or assuming about your audience. Do not make derogatory remarks about anyone. Consideration. Another of the 7 C's of effective communication is a consideration. As I have mentioned before, it is important to consider the feeling of your audience. Plus, the background, education level, lifestyle experiences, and mindset should also be taken into account. Some points to keep in mind for maintaining consideration is your communication are show that you are interested in the audience, empathize with their emotions, problems, and requirements. Make the words in your message suit the audience's needs. Do not try to harm their emotions or self-respect. Completeness. When delivering a message to your audience, ensure you are sending the whole message and not just a portion of it. This helps them get all the crucial information, thereby encouraging them to make better decisions related to taking the desired action. Concreteness. Simply conveying your message with statements and questions will not keep your audience hooked. Supporting your statements with relevant facts, figures, and statistics does the trick. Otherwise, how is your audience supposed to know for sure whether your message is authentic or not? Correctness. You need to select the right words at the right time while ensuring the information is coming from a reliable source. Nor can you afford to have any grammatical errors in communication. Keep in mind these rules to ensure correctness for effective communication. Double check all the facts, statistics, or figures used in the message to make sure those are correct and accurate. Use correct and appropriate language in your message. Utilize online content writing tools that can help with spell check and grammar. Business etiquette. Business etiquette is a set of manners that is required in a professional environment. The professionals are expected to follow certain rules and behave in certain manner within the workplace. It gives you an edge over others in the competitive workplace. It gives you confidence to stand out in diverse settings of the organizations. Builds a positive image. Important business etiquette. Telephone etiquette, meeting etiquette, email etiquette, cubicle etiquette, dress etiquette, and office etiquette. The first one is telephone etiquette. Always identify yourself at the beginning of calls. Speak clearly and slowly. It is important to speak clearly and slowly. Be sensitive to the tone of your voice. Do not yell. Some people have a tendency to be on the louder side when they speak. Avoid interruptions. Don't use slang. Never eat or drink. Always listen, have patience, focus on the task at hand. Use proper titles. Meeting etiquette. Be on time. Prepare well for the meeting. Dress professionally. Do not use cell phone. Follow the agenda. Be brief and relevant. Never interrupt anyone. Actively listen and participate. Ask questions at the appropriate time. Email etiquette, the most important things in business communication. Use a clear professional subject line. Proofread every email you send. Write your email before entering the recipient email address. Double check you have the correct recipient. Ensure you CC all relevant recipients. You don't always have to reply all. Reply to your email on time. Organizing the different parts of an email. Sender and receivers, to CC and BCC. Subject line, salutation, email body, attachment, signature. Sender and receivers, to CC and BCC. The sender's name will reflect your name and email address. The receiver in the to section will be the one you are responding to. The receiver in the CC, courtesy copy, section will be the one who should be kept in the loop. The receiver in the BCC, blind courtesy copy, section will be the one who is kept in the loop, but the other parties in the email may not be aware. Avoid using BCC. Be a little careful about hitting reply to all. Email subject line. The subject line should be crisp, concise, and related to the content of the email. Two important things for email subject line. What is it about, and why it's important. 33% of email recipients open email based on subject line alone. 69% of email recipients report email as spam based solely on the subject line. 40% emails are opened on mobile first, when the average mobile screen can only fit 4 to 7 words max. Salutation, body, signature. The salutation should be professional, even when the email is sent for non-professional reasons like birthdays, congratulatory messages. The email body should ideally consist of a beginning, introduction, a middle, the region for writing, and an end, closing remarks. Never tamper with the preset signature, or else create a professional one with your name, signature, and contacts coordinates. Sending effective messages. Make sure the file name of the attachment is professional. The size of the attachment is of importance, as some organizations do not permit an attachment download of more than the company policies MB. Your punctuations should be limited and necessary. Use of unnecessary or extra punctuation marks like extra full stops or extra exclamation marks should be avoided. Avoid abbreviations like your, grade, the short form of grade, etc. Acceptable abbreviations include PFA, PFB, FYI. It will be discussed later. Avoid the use of emojis. They make the email look unprofessional. Proofread your message and hit F7 to check grammar and spellings. Font and tone of the messages. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. Use professional fonts like Times New Roman or Arial or Universe Condensed. Avoid usage of multiple colors and font sizes. Highlight the important points by italicizing or underlining them. Use a number or bulleted format for list. Use inline images carefully. Never ever writing an all capital words email. Be cautious with humor. In a professional exchange, it's better to leave humor out of emails unless you know the recipient well. Be aware of cultural nuances. Keep away from writing emotional or sarcastic emails. Watch the tone of writing. In an email, you cannot see the person, but the tone of your email again shows the kind of person you are and kind of perception you will create in the minds of your team members. Make your message easy to read. Long sentences or paragraphs are more difficult to read. Responding to messages. Respond to immediate teammates ASAP. Respond to general colleagues within office hour. Respond to external colleagues within 24 hours. Have a strict turnaround time within which you do respond to emails. Begin with a thanks for writing in. If you need more time to respond to an email, send a quick one first requesting them for that time. Prioritize your emails. Reply to urgent ones urgent. Out of office replies. Include how long you will be unavailable. Include another person to contact for more urgent matters. Include 000 in your subject line so people can easily identify the automated response. Some email acronyms. FYI, for your information, ASAP, as soon as possible. LMK, let me know. 000, previously said, out of office. NRN, no reply necessary. EOM, end of message. PRB, please reply by. EOD, end of day. IMO, in my opinion. BTW, by the way. PFA, please find attached. And PFB, please find below. Cubicle etiquette. Cubicle etiquette is a set of unwritten rules that exist in the workplace and help govern how people behave when they work in close quarters. Etiquette guidelines should be adhered to by both workers in the cubicle and people in adjoining workspaces. And many employees get very upset if these guidelines are not respected. One of the main factors in workplace etiquette is privacy. Dress etiquette. It is essential to dress appropriately at the workplace for an everlasting impression. Individuals who dress shabbily are never taken seriously at work. Avoid wearing jeans, capris, shorts, t-shirts or sleeveless dresses to work. Follow a professional dress code. Make sure you feel comfortable in whatever you wear. It is not always necessary to wear expensive clothes, rather wear something which looks good on you. Choose professional colors like black, blue, brown, grey for official attire. Bright colors look out of place in corporates. Light and subtle color exude elegance and professionalism and look best in offices. Office etiquette. Be friendly to new employees. Take the time to introduce yourself to new employees and explain what your role is. Make sure they know the areas you may be able to assist them in their new role. If they are on your team, ask them to go out to lunch. Be a friendly face on their scary first day. Don't be late. Whether it is arriving for work or to a meeting, being punctual actually means being 5 minutes early. Showing up late is simply disrespectful. It delivers the message to your co-workers that their time isn't as important as yours. Watch your body language. Everyone has bad mornings and sometimes they follow you into the office. Be aware of your body language even when you aren't saying anything. If you feel angry or frustrated, give yourself a 10-minute time out in a private space to bring yourself back in neutral. You don't want to give the wrong impression during a morning meeting or during your performance reviews. Office etiquette requires professionalism even on your worst day. Respect co-workers' downtime. Never contact a co-worker after hours when they are off sick or on vacation unless they have given you specific direction to do so. Respect their downtime like they respect yours. Knock before you enter. Knock on any office door before you go in. It is a way to tell someone you are there before you start speaking. The same goes when you visit co-workers in cubicles. Respect everyone's space. Just because another co-worker's desk is within reach doesn't mean it's common space. Treat it like a private office. Don't just you can help yourself to anything that is on that desk. Instead, ask before borrowing anything. Alternatively, get your own supplies. Keep social media appropriate. If you are friends with co-workers online, know that nothing you post is truly private or confidential. Don't complain about your boss, company, and co-workers on social media while it may help with your stress levels. If you take your complaining too far, it could damage your career. Take phone conversations in private rooms. If you have a door, close it when you take a personal call. If you are in an open office, move your conversation to an area that is conducive to having a private conversation. If these aren't an option, try keep the call as short as possible or arrange to call the person back. Answer the phone and return voicemail. Create good customer service standards and answer your phone within 3 rings whenever possible. If for any reason you miss a call, reply to voicemails as soon as possible. A professional always responds quickly. Reply to emails or instant messages. Though you may receive spam emails occasionally, most of the emails and instant messages you receive are probably important. Try to reply as fast as your work allows, or at least before the end of the day. Mute your cell phone and computer. Somehow email notifications as high volume sound like nuclear warning alarms in a quiet office. So, does your crazy fog ringtone? Do everyone a favor and turn them off completely. Turn the music down. Though you may think that classical opera is the best music to help your concentration, your co-workers might not feel the same way. It is fine to have soft music playing in your area as long as the volume won't interrupt anyone else's train of thought. Keep the volume turned down to a private level or wear headphones. Well, I would like to conclude by saying that no matter which industry you belong to, you will need to communicate professionally with others to close deals or work on projects. Effective communication is essential in every aspect of your life, whether it be at home, at work, or with our friends. The effective communication will help you enhance productivity and engagement by conveying messages that your audience easily understand. Business etiquette helps us stand out of the crowd in the workplace. It leaves a good first impression, helps us make healthy work relations. Email etiquette is necessary for creating a positive image of both yours and your organization. It makes one look more professional, efficient, and also protect you from any legal, moral liabilities later. Thank you friends for watching this amazing video on business communication. I hope you have enjoyed listening to this. Please do subscribe for more topics you want to learn from this channel. Thank you very much again for watching us. Bye bye.